gunning for a world title, the fire seems heavier, the bunker seems smaller, and the flag feels as heavy as your opponent's will to win.
All day we fight!
This is professional paintball, the fastest growing sport on the planet. It's a team game of speed and strategy that requires individual heart and courage.
Stay alive!
And today, some of paintball's finest teams and biggest stars have come from around the world to decide who is the best of the best.
That's the way to fight out!
The Smart Parts World Paintball Championship is next on ESPN2.
Welcome to the Mohegan Sun Arena for the Smart Parts World Paintball Championships.
I'm Bill Gardner here with Matty Marshall, paintball legend.
Thanks, Bill. Well, I'll tell you what, the first round of this event has definitely lived up to its hype. Excessive, pretty much flawless victory over the Russians. Naughty Dogs had an awesome comeback against the New York Aces. And let's not forget about Dynasty's 8-point victory, and then also Atlanta edging out Jacksonville.
Only 2 teams from each conference will advance to the semifinal round and the opportunity to play for the title. San Diego leads the National Conference with 4 points, followed by Los Angeles with 2. In the American, it's Seattle, Atlanta with 2 points. Today's game has the New York Aces taking on the Jacksonville Raiders. Now let's meet our teams. They hail from the Sunshine State. Let's hear it for the Jacksonville Raiders. Let's take a look at the Raiders. They've got some primetime players in the team captain, Dave Pastore, Kyle Stahl, and Brian Gigliotti.
Yo, dude!
And let's not forget about Matt Richards, Paul Everett, and rising young star Billy Bernaccia.
Keep your friends close and your enemies closer.
Jacksonville's head coach is Paul Richards. New York's a tough town, but not as tough as these guys. Please welcome the New York Aces. Look for Chris Wedge, Nicky Foglia, and Rob Landry to lead the team effort.
Aces up!
And they've got some serious ballers in Paul Costa, Jason Baird, and Zach Ducharme.
I'm on.
New York is coached by Robert Rosie Rose. And this match marks the first time that New York's Eric Gigliotti faces off against his brother, Brian of the Jacksonville Raiders. We're just about ready for the first point, but before we begin play, let's go over the rules for this tournament.
Our teams play 2 20-minute halves. It's 5-on-5, capture the flag. To score a point, you must capture the flag and hang it in the other team's base. A hit on any part of the body or equipment, and the player is eliminated and must leave the field immediately. If they fail to do so, they'll be given a penalty. Penalties are similar to hockey. Minors are 2 minutes in length, and majors are 5.
All right, big matchup here between 2 huge East Coast teams. You have the New York in red, Jacksonville in blue. Oh, big breakout. Billy Bernaccia sliding into the tape right there as we see. Oh, Gigliotti shot off the back line for Jacksonville. Big loss. He's one of their star players. Now, Jacksonville's going to have to fill that spot because they lost Gigliotti. Oh, Matt Richards slides in.
Nice move by Richards, supporting his player on the line.
Oh, and there we go. Chris Bell making a huge move up that Dorito side, sliding into that 40 Dorito, looking cross field. That was a great move. Paintball is a game of angles. You have to get up to those front bunkers. And we see Wedge from New York in the red. They're sliding into that back X. New York has a very strong tape right now. As we see Landry and Wedge, and there Landry mirroring the move by Bell. He slides into the 40 Dorito as well. Awesome move by Rob Landry.
Bell and Landry less than 20 yards from each other. Something's going to go down here.
They're definitely set up right here. It's going to be a gunfight, and you see Bell looking cross field. He's trying to get some shots. Landry's shaking his gun. He may have a gun problem.
He's
I'm not sure.
To go.
Oh. And here comes Chris Bell. Great move by Chris Bell. Blows Landry's head off. He gets all the way to the backfield of the New York Aces here in this first point. It's followed immediately up by Matt Richards, sensing the move, and the referee getting in there, checking Richards out. And you see Richard just snow blowing paint out of the front of his gun. He's having gun problems as well. And we see Smith yelling from the player box right there, letting Matt Richards know it's a one-on-one right now. Chris Wedge and Matt Richards. We're going to see which player is going to take home point number 1 for his team. Very tense matchup here. Both these guys, amazing gunfighters.
You know, generally, the one who stays in the bunker has the advantage, but I don't think Richards just saw that move by Wedge.
Yeah, he definitely didn't pick up that move, and you see he's there. He's head checking at the right-hand side of that bunker. He's trying to get a shot on that inside. I think he moved. Oh, and Wedge is going to pick him up and pull off this one-on-one for the New York Aces, and the New York Aces are going to come away with point number 1 here. Big point by Chris Wedge. Played awesome. Taking out Matt Richards. Chris Wedge is going to run that flag in. Awesome job by the New York Aces. And here we have early on in that point, Landry getting run down by Chris Belt. Belt makes it all the way to the backfield.
Here, notice how Richards is pointing the gun in the wrong direction. He doesn't know where Wedge is.
It's New York up over Jacksonville 1-0. All right, so New York taking that first point on the strength of Chris Wedge's one-on-one victory. And O'Rourke up in the center for Jacksonville, shooting on that Dorito side. He's rolling his gun, loading it up. He's gun shooting over 15 balls a second, over 200 miles an hour. Chris Dellis for New York fills out to that back X. Referee getting over there, checking him out. Looks like he got shot. Oh, Nicky Fogley loses a gunfight as well, and here comes Jacksonville up that Dorito side.
Pastore realized they have an open wire, and they take advantage of it very quickly.
And you see the Snake side realizing that the Dorito side is completely blown, trying to get their guns on those angles, but Jacksonville playing it very smart. Pastore just talking and rolling their guns, moving up that side unchallenged. There's Jason Barrett finally getting shot out of that Snake, and this point is going to Jacksonville. They step it up, get right back in this game. Ultra aggressive play by the boys from Florida.
Nicely played by Jackson.
And you know, Jason Barrett's got to be mad. He made it to that Snake, couldn't do anything out of there as they lost the other side. And Jacksonville gets right back in this game. They tie it up 1-1. We'll be back with more action after the break.
What people do not understand about paintball players is we're not a bunch of backwoods militants preparing for World War III. We're just a bunch of guys who enjoy what we do, and we go out there and have fun, just like, you know, a kid skateboarding or a guy playing football. I mean, to us, it's the same thing, you know. It's all heart and just passion, and it's what we do.
The Smart Parts World Paintball Championships are brought to you by Smart Parts, Equipment Counts, and the Mohegan Sun, a world of play.
A little worn out, but you'll do. Your equipment, however, will not. Your time has come, Soren.
See how it ends at smartparts.com.
Welcome back to the Smart Parts World Paintball Championships. I'm Matty Marshall with Bill Gardner Jr., and we've got our band PSK rocking the house as we resume play. Just about 13 minutes to go in the first half, and it's all tied up. Jacksonville got right back in the game, stomping out New York that last point. Oh, big move, Gigliotti for New York, sliding into Snake 2.
Two brothers, two Gigliotti brothers in this game. Eric Gigliotti for New York and Brian Gigliotti for Jacksonville.
Well, I'll tell you what, Eric Gigliotti, oh, gets shot in his headpiece right there. Here comes his brother up the other side, sensing that the Snake side is completely blown open. No one is shooting at him from that angle. Landry trying to plug the hole. The referee getting in there, checking out Gigliotti. Looks like he's fine. Now, no one's going to shoot at him from the Snake side. That's why he's so far off that bunker, and he's just plunking away at Landry.
Ooh, look how he uses the blind.
Oh, used it great, and he just comes right down, takes out Landry to end this point. Awesome move by Gigliotti, sensing that Snake side was blown. And you see here, one-handed, able to keep the gun steady, and Landry tries to spin and take him out, but cannot do it, doesn't get his gun around in time, his back just getting blown apart. Awesome move by Gigliotti. It's a very close game, 8:40 left on the clock here in the first half. Jacksonville with the lead, and it's 2-1.
Fight back, Jacksonville. Don't let them get that point back.
All right, so it's 2-1, Jacksonville in the blue, New York in the red. Oh, and Everett They shot so many guys off the break that last game. Tries a big move up the center.
Yeah, you got to shoot somebody to make a move like that work.
And it doesn't look like they shot anyone off the break, so Jacksonville, Everett, in a precarious situation. Ref gets in there, calls him out. Everett's going to walk off. Jason Baird on the snake side for New York. He's looking for those shots inside. You know, paintball is just chess with guns, all about the angles and the strategy. As Baird making an aggressive move, and Chris Powell for Jacksonville doing the same, getting sneaky, getting low.
These snakes are dangerous. You got to play tight in here.
That's right, you got to play tight. You have to play smart. Both teams, Baird, Powell, they're looking inside. It's not just about the head-on-head battle. It's about looking cross-field for those angles. You always got to check off on your man that's in the mirrored bunker. But you see Powell there working his inside shots. Oh, but he gets sloppy.
Well, Powell needed to play that a little bit tighter. He wasn't aware of the angles.
You know, it looks like he was trying to shoot that guy on the Dorito side, couldn't quite get the shot, got a little sloppy, and here we have Baird not playing sloppy, he's playing smart. He realizes this entire wire is blown, and there he goes. He makes his move all the way to the
X. It's over, Matty. It's over.
That's right, it's over. New York Aces jumping in right away. Della's having a game, Baird having a game.
Get that point back. Get that point back, guys.
New York just smoking down Jacksonville. Everett gets blasted, and there's Powell getting popped and waving for help, and O'Rourke taking some extra shots as he comes off. So New York getting right back in this game and tying things up 2-2. Let's go down to the field now, where our sideline reporter, Callie Steidehar, is standing by with New York's Nikki Foley.
It is a close match. We're midway in this first half. What do you do to take this first half home?
We just need to keep on playing the ball that we're doing. We're doing a good job. We're just getting hit, taking too much ground, just getting blown up. Other than that, we just need to roll our guns and we'll be able to stay inside of it.
All right, well, good luck on the second half.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks, Callie. And we'll be back with more exciting paintball action after the break.
Get it up.
And we're back at the Mohegan Sun Arena for the Smart Parts World Paintball Championships. It's all tied up 2-2. It's the Jacksonville Raiders taking on the New York Aces. A little more than 5 minutes remaining here in the first half. I'm Matty Marshall. I'm here with Bill Gardner Jr. and a widely respected talent, Josh Davey from the Seattle Naughty Dogs. You've been coming up for a couple years now, and you're starting to get a lot of respect, man. Now, break these two teams down for us a little bit. What they need to do to win the game.
Well, we've been seeing here early in the games, if you can get the outsides, you know, both X's on the outsides, you definitely can weed it out, then you can filter into the snake. We've seen the snake side winning a lot, right-handed. That's a lot of the time I've been seeing. Right-handed teams will pound it down the snake. So usually it's the right-handed side, like you've seen New York here, feeding 3 guys into the snake, and they pulled out this last point here.
So Josh Davies kicking some knowledge down for us, and let's get right back to the action. So it's all tied up 2 apiece. Jacksonville blue, New York in red. Oh, Gigliotti slides into snake one there as we see, oh, but Gigliotti gets shot for New York.
Big difference between getting shot on the way to a bunker and getting shot in a bunker. You need to stay tight in those bunkers and survive, especially on the snake side.
That's right. You see Landry, he gets in there. He starts playing tight, makes a smart move up to snake 2. You know, Landry's going to have to produce this game, though, for New York. Yeah, losing Gigliotti off that side was huge. Landry had to fill that spot. He loses Buckley at the Aztec beside him. And now Jacksonville with the dominant field position. We see Bernaccia out on the wire right there. He shoots inside, shoots the wire.
Repositions in that bunker. He's using his angles.
You know, Billy Bernaccia's really coming to his own this year. He's been a rookie. He's coming up. He goes to run Landry down, but it doesn't matter. So Jacksonville, on the strength of their gunfighting, taking the lead 3-2. We see Landry just dealing with all the bodies coming at him as Bernaccia runs him down. Jacksonville with the lead. Let's see what's going on down in the team pits.
We lost him and him leaving early. Him getting hit and Mo left early.
I didn't get hit. I got pushed up against the bunker.
Why did you get pulled?
You gonna stop?
No, right? We lost 2 off the break. Let's go.
We're still up 1 point, but we're going to come back with our aggressive gameplay and take it home on the second half here.
We're just about halfway through this battle between Jacksonville and New York. It's 3-2. Jacksonville with the lead. They've been playing very aggressive so far this game. Let's see if New York can come with a little aggression of their own. Oh, Jason Baird stalling briefly at the Aztec, shoots his guy in, tries to get across, but he gets shot. And here we have Everett. He's just having paint problems, just snowballing paint out the tip of his barrel. Foglia gets into Snake 1. He's got Chris Dellis right behind him. Chris Dellis doesn't see Foglia there. Oh, has to stutter step, get back in his bunker.
He's going to use his gun here to get Foglia down the line. Foglia needs to move up to Snake 2.
And Foglia creeps out a little bit, sees the lane is open, slides into Snake 2, immediately looks cross field. Foglia, Nicky Foglia, also a rookie, been coming up this year, starting to play very smart. And here comes Everett. Nothing smart about that. He just muscles his way up to Snake 2. Everett, one of the more charismatic players for Jacksonville. He adds in a smart game with an aggressive game. Oh, and Dellis getting shot off that back corner. Chris Powell sees him, wiles out a little bit up to that 50, but Powell just a little too aggressive, gets shot out.
See what happens when you don't have the support of your lineman to go down the wire.
That's right. So now there's only 2 players left for New York. Everett for Jacksonville, working down the line. He knows he's dealing with Dennis Mooner and Nicky Foglia. Nicky Foglia in Snake 2. Dennis Mooner in that back Dorito. And there you have Dennis Mooner. He's locked in that gunfight with Everett. Now he knows he has to make this shot on Everett. Everett's picking his shots very well.
Everett's using the bunker very well. If you notice, he's moving to the right side of the bunker, taking a shot, and then he's popping back to the left. He's coming over the top. He's making it very difficult for Mooner to get a good shot on him.
Well, Mooner's being pinched from the Dorito side, and he knows that he has to protect Nicky Foglia. When there's only 2 players left, you have one player, Nicky Foglia. He's going to be looking towards the Dorito side, and his back guy, Mooner. Mooner's going to be looking towards Snake side. They have to watch over each other. Now, Everett, he knows the situation. He knows Mooner's living by his gun.
But pop over the top there. He's using that gun great.
Exactly. He's using every bit of that bunker to his advantage. He knows that Mooner's living by his gun. He knows that he could get a shot on him, but he's been having paint problems. He's been blowing paint up out of that barrel. He doesn't want to come out of the same spot more than a couple times because he knows that Mooner's going to be able to get the drop on him.
He's also not coming up at all for a long period of time, which throws Mooner off. Mooner's trying to anticipate where he's going to come up.
He's playing slow. He's playing smart. He knows that the numerical advantage is in, it's in his corner. He's going to clean his gun out and pick his shots. Foglia looking cross field. Doesn't want anyone to come up that Dorito side and shoot Mooner in the back. Again, paintball is a game of angles. It's very important that you must have body knowledge at all times. See Mooner there, he's completely almost inside that bunker.
Some people would think that Mooner has the advantage here, being out all the time, beating that position, but it's really not true. Reaction time isn't there. The guy inside the bunker has a slight advantage.
Oh, absolutely. Even though you may have the drop and be out on someone, actually Everett has the gunfight advantage in this situation because he has a permanent target he gets to shoot at. Mooner is just in there, sucked up in that bunker, living by his gun. He's got to load some paintballs right now. This is the time for Everett to try to get a shot on. Oh, there it is right there. Finally, Everett pick and chose his shots, and he goes to drop the hammer on Foglia. Triple taps his back, and Jacksonville continues their aggressive onslaught. Got to give props to Everett there, locked in that vicious gunfight with one of the veterans of the circuit, Mooner. Dennis Mood brought out of retirement for the Aces for this tournament. We've reached our halfway point in our match between the Jacksonville Raiders and the New York Aces. Your score, Jacksonville 4, New York 2. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Callie Stidhar, who's with Jacksonville's Paul Everett.
So you guys are up by 2, playing great in the Snake side. What do you need to do for the second half?
Just play real aggressive. We're coming out really hard on that side, rolling our guns up the middle, trying to take them off the lanes, and then we're coming right in. Playing Jacksonville Raiders paintball. We're going right down that side. We're bunkering them out. There's nothing they can do about it.
Do you have any specific players that you're really out for?
Nobody in specific. We want to smash everybody, crush them.
All right, well, good luck in the second half.
Thanks, Callie. Be sure to stick around for second half action, and it's coming up right after this.
See how it ends at smartparts.com.
It's halftime as the Smart Parts World Paintball Championships rolls on. It's the Jacksonville Raiders 4, New York 2. I'm Matty Marshall. I'm here with Bill Gardner Jr., and we're lucky enough to have Johnny Perchek, Team Dynasty, in the house. Now, you play on Dynasty, one of the most aggressive teams in the world. Now, talk to us about pushing the aggressive envelope.
Well, you know, sometimes there's a lot of bunkers on this field, so a lot of times guys get kind of caught up and they're like, oh, no one's shooting at me, I think I can move. But there's a lot of spots in this field where you can lock things down, and teams start to get a little over aggressive, trying to take the second snake or the 50 Doritos, and then just kind of getting chopped up. So if you hide in the back, you're going to get blown away.
Speaking of aggression, what advice do you have for New York?
Right now, Jacksonville's taking it to them. So I think they need to push the aggressive envelope a little bit more. They need to start attacking the snake. I think they just need to pretty much flat-out attack more.
Well, thanks for stopping by, Johnny Perchek. Got to give a shout-out to the rest of his boys from Dynasty. Good luck in your matches. Now let's kick off the second half action. All right, start of the second half action. Jacksonville up against New York. Let's see if these teams change it up. The action's been going through the snake, and here comes up the center. O'Rourke and Foglia both going to that center stand-up, but I think both of them got shot. Nicky Foglia definitely took a couple in his pack, and O'Rourke is walking off. And Everett in that snake again for Jacksonville. He's been playing that snake so well for them.
Powell having a rough game here. He gets shot again. You know, it's about consistency. And Powell's just, well, he's consistently getting shot.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's a very talented kid, but it just sometimes you running really hot and heavy, playing aggressive, you just get a little bit too, and you think you're too invincible, and, you know, Powell's just getting shot early too much. Here we have Everett. Everett, on the other hand, has been playing very smart, playing very slow and methodical for Jacksonville. And you want, that's paintball. You want to mix aggression and methodical at the same time.
Maybe a little high on that run, though.
Yeah, he's been doing that, though. But you know what, though? He's blocking the right guys out, and no one's really getting... he hasn't got shot yet, making it up to Snake 2. And he gets in there, and you see he's off the bunker a little bit. He's blocking the opposing players out with the other bunkers, able to get angles, get shots, playing the entire bunker. The Snake is a lot of shots from there. Oh, he gets a shot on Ducharme right there. Ducharme just hanging out of his bunker. And Everett had finally got over enough, saw the angle, blew Ducharme's head off. Big loss for New York. New York needs to try to get back in this game, man. They're losing too many gunfights. Jacksonville's running aggressive, though, you know, and anytime you got a team running real aggressive, if they hit a hitch, oh, but Everett's not hitting any hitches. Takes down Baird in that snake, and it looks like Jacksonville continuing on here.
Look, he's completely aware of where he can live and exist in this bunker. Slides outside, makes the shot, great shot, right on his head, and that was a great shot by Everett.
It's now Jacksonville 5 and New York 2, and Jacksonville's threatening to blow this game wide open as play resumes with 16:20 left on the clock. All right, getting into the second half here, it's 5-2. New York needs to put something together.
Tough breakout by Jacksonville.
Yeah, tough breakout. Matt Richards dies at that back center. Oh, Christella's shot off that back X as well. They're going to have to fill that spot. And you see Wedge in that back center, Dorito, gunfighting, trying to get his guy in. There he goes. Has to sprawl out to get to that back X, but it looks like he made it. And there goes Bernaccia. Bernaccia, though 3 guns are on him, still somehow makes it out to the back X behind the snake. And here comes Mo Reyes trying to get up there at center.
Nice shot by Bernaccia.
Oh, awesome shot by Bernaccia. Double taps Reyes in the head and the shoulder. And here comes Kyle Stahl. He shoots himself across the snake, too. Jacksonville continuing to play aggressive over here on the snake side. You see Kyle Stahl. He's searching for shots on that inside. Gets a couple shots down the line. Then head checks on that center a couple times, blocking himself out with the bunkers downfield.
Still taking a lot of fire, though, because they're all concentrating on that side.
Yep, there he just glides into the 50-yard line bunker. New York dropping that lane. New York needs to, if they want to win this match, they need to kick the energy up right here and get something going.
Sometimes on those lanes, you need to really concentrate and stay focused on that lane. You know, you drop your concentration for a second, but they make the move.
That's right, and here we have Bernaccia concentrating, laying some fire down that snake side. He's shooting right-handed, switches hands, shooting inside left-handed. And there's Buckley and Gigliotti. Buckley shooting down the tape line. New York needs to get something going because Jacksonville's dominant field position right now. Kyle Stahl, left-handed, right-handed, searching for shots. Head checking. Buckley trying to shoot over the top of that X, trying to get an angle. And Eric Gigliotti shooting at his brother, Brian Gigliotti. Oh, and he gets a shot in on him. Brother taking out brother there. Gigliotti forming a fist in anger, and here comes Buckley.
Good move.
Oh, huge move. Let's see if he makes it. Oh, he gets Stahl. Trades out with Bernaccia. Awesome move by Buckley to blow open this game for New York. Bill, that's exactly what we were talking about.
Yeah, you know, we normally don't see them move all the way down the field from the back like that, but he was completely aware of his angles. He took the gamble, and it paid off.
Oh, definitely great move by Buckley to blow open this game, and now it's 2-on-1. New York Aces with the advantage in this point. We see Chris Wedge up there. He's head checking on the last Jacksonville player. Gigliotti moving up the field to the center. He's going to come across, playing very smart, very methodical.
Using the angles, spreading the field.
He knows there's only one player left. Oh, and there it is. Chris Bell taking a shot in his loader. The last Jacksonville player. New York finally getting in this game. It's going to be 5-3 on the strength of the Buckley move. Gigliotti grabbing the flag, running it in, punching it on the wood.
4-on-2.
Matt Richards incredibly angry right now. As we see on the replay, oh, Buckley just tearing up that snake side.
Gigliotti and Wedge using their angles, spreading the field. Great shot by Gigliotti and eliminating Bell.
So the New York Aces are making a game of it as they chalk up a crucial point on the strength of an aggressive move by Jason Baird and Eric Gigliotti. And now it's Jacksonville 5, New York 3 with 12:52 left to play.
We'll find out if Jacksonville can hold on when we return after these messages.
I play in the back, so, you know, you're usually just trying to lay down some fire so that the smaller, shorter, faster guys can get up front and get more of the kills. So you'll usually have guys that'll have like 3 or 4 kills and you'll only have 1 or so, but sometimes it's the first kill off the bat which can really swing a game.
Back to the Mohegan Sun Arena for the Smart Parts World Paintball Championships. I'm Matty Marshall, bringing you all the action with Bill Gardner Jr. And it's the Jacksonville Raiders up by 2, 5-3 over the New York Aces as the action continues. And the game is on. Oh, 2 players shot by Jacksonville off the break. Brian Smith and Ross O'Rourke. And Chris Dallas shot trying to overextend on that Doritos side. And Everett scurries up in his snake 2. Everton playing very well for Jacksonville, but, you know, he's going to have to continue to play well on that snake side, especially when 2 of his own players have been shot off the break. He's looking inside, searching for shots.
I think he's getting a little frustrated here, Matty. He can't really find a target. He's not exactly sure where they are.
Well, he's shooting at that Aztec. And also, you know, he's in the most important spot on that side of the field. We see it mirrored up right there. New York also in snake 2. Jason Baird playing very well for New York on the snake side. And the matchup down the tape, Baird against Everett. New York looking to come back right now. Jacksonville still up in this game. It's 5-3. Everett working down the line. Baird trying to get his shots in on that center. Baird and Everett both playing pretty smart.
I don't think Everett really sort of having a hard time figuring out exactly what to do here.
Yeah, Everett's he's searching for shots right now, man, and he's trying to find guys to shoot at. He's having a hard time. He's working that bunker real thoroughly, and you know what? He's outside of his bunker a lot, though. You see Baird playing real smart, methodical, searching for his shots in that center. Everett's up a little bit more. And Nicky Foglia making a move to that inside Aztec. He might be able to pick up Everett. Oh, and he does. Great shot by Foglia.
I think Everett was worried they were going to come down and do him. I mean, they're down bodies, and that was the eventual move. And I think he's trying to pop his head a lot to keep track of that.
You know, and he didn't have to do that because the lane got dropped, and now Dan Savoy moving up to that 50-yard line bunker on the Doritos side because Everett got shot out of snake 2. New York dominant field position right now. And there Jason Baird, good move. Now New York has both 50-yard line bunkers, Doritos side and snake side. Both players looking to the inside, trying to get shots on the other side of the field.
Jacksonville definitely feeling some pressure here.
Foglia just playing a little too loose out of that bunker, and he gets shot. That was a mental mistake by Foglia. Actually, what happened was Dennis Mooner gets a penalty, sending Nicky Foglia, an angry Nicky Foglia, into the penalty box, and now it's a one-on-one Chris Powell versus Jason Baird. And you see Powell rocking his gun over the middle of that X. That's not a great bunker for him to be on in a one-on-one situation.
Oh, nice move by Baird.
Ooh, I don't know about that. You don't really want. He needs to make the shot. You do not want to go down on your knees in a one-on-one situation.
Powell saw him. I'm sorry, Matty. I don't think he did.
If he didn't see him, it was a good move. Normally in a one-on-one situation, you never want to go down on your knee and put the other guy in a dominant gunfighting situation. But Jason Baird, sometimes you got to break the rules to win the game, and he goes down on his knees. Had to make that first shot. Blew Chris Powell's loader apart. Awesome play by Jason Baird. It's now a one-point matchup. It's 5-4. New York getting right back in it on the strength of some stellar play by Jason Baird, winning that one-on-one against Chris Powell.
Notice how this X is a lousy place to play out of because you can't come out to the sides of the X without exposing your body.
Well, we've got ourselves a game here as New York pulls within a point. Bill, I'm sensing the momentum maybe shifting in this match, and you know the Jacksonville coach, Paul Richards, cannot be too happy with that. Now let's listen in as he talks to his boys.
Are your people trying to give this match away? Is that what you're doing? Pay attention to the clock. We are not playing our positions. You've got to play your side and cover your lanes.
It's Jacksonville 5 and New York 4 with 6:20 to play, and right now, it's anybody's game. So as the players getting ready to start this next point, New York only down by 1 point. Mo Reyes making a strong move up to one of the center fingers. And Matt Richards, that's Billy Bernaccia getting into Snake 1. He gets shot out. Matt Richards, great fill by him. He's creeping crawling low around the side of Snake 1, blocking out Reyes with that block. Good move by Matt Richards, getting up into Snake 2. He's working his shots inside. He knows where Reyes is. He sees Landry cross field. Landry in that Dorito, the mini Dorito on the other side of the field. Tries to tuck his foot in. Now Matt Richards gets a great shot on it. Tries to reload his gun. Tries to shoot Reyes as he moves up.
He's out of paint, Matty.
He has to load and try to get a shot on Reyes. Got the drop on him now. But he gets gunned up on Reyes, and Matt Richards trade out, so Richards getting 2 kills that game. And here comes Bell playing right off of that move. Bell, good move to get up to the center. Let's see if he can pull it out for Jacksonville. If New York wins this point, it will be a tie game here as we're coming down the second half. And Bell moving up in the center. I don't think he realizes there's just a few seconds left on the penalty clock. He needs to be shooting that box right now.
Sure not looking the right way.
Because Foglia, he gets set to come out of this box. He's going to destroy Bell. Bell doesn't pick him up. Bad move by Bell. I don't know what he's thinking. Foglia tears Bell apart. And then Bell spins. I think he tried to shoot after he got hit. We'll see if the referee picked it up.
I'll tell you what, Matty, I wish the referees were always that consistent. That was a really close call.
It was a close call, but Bell just totally mentally drops the ball, completely forgets that there's a penalty, and lets Nicky Foglia come out of the box, destroy him, and then tries to play on. A penalty is assessed. Bell losing that point and letting New York get right back in it, and it's all tied up right now. See on the replay, Reyes getting destroyed by Richards, and Foglia stumbling out of the box, somehow able to get his shot on Bell. Bell completely forgetting that Foglia was in the box and blowing it for his team. So it's all tied up now, and boy, do we have ourselves a game. The New York Aces run off with 3 unanswered points to make it Jacksonville 5, New York 5, with just under 5 minutes remaining. And we'll be back with the other side of this commercial break, so don't go away.
See how it ends at smartparts.com.
The Smart Parts World Paintball Championships are brought to you by Smart Parts, Equipment Counts, and the Mohegan Sun, a world of play.
Well, let's have some fun, New York. Let's set it up. Turn it around. Let's have some fun. If we do that, we're going to win this game. Let's go.
Welcome back to the Smart Parts World Paintball Championships. I'm Matty Marshall with Bill Gardner Jr., and that's our house band, PSK, providing the wicked sounds as we get ready to resume play. It's the Jacksonville Raiders 5 and the New York Aces 5 with just under 5 minutes left to play, and we're about to find out who wants this game more. And Everett gets into Snake 1. O'Rourke going up that center for Jacksonville. And it looks like Chris Dellis, he's in the Dorito. He's trying to get across to the other Dorito side. Oh, and he gets shot nicked in the pack on his way out. He's going to walk off. Everett shooting cross field, dodging streams, looking inside. Oh, scurries up to Snake 2.
Jacksonville has nice field position here, Matty. They've got everything covered.
Yeah, they definitely have very good field position. We see Foglia in that back X Snake side, Savoy in that back center, both of them shooting to the Snake, trying to get a shot on Everett. Everett played very well in the first half. He's had a little bit rougher second half. Referee in there giving him the once over, making sure he was clean on that move in. As Savoy trying to load his gun. He's under fire as well from both sides. And Chris Powell slides in behind Everett. Both Powell and Everett looking on the inside. Someone's going to have to get that tape and control Jason Baird. Here comes Jason Baird. Baird up to Snake 2. He's looking inside as well, trying to find a shot.
3-5, Snake 2!
Baird really stepping it up here in the second half, helping his team tie this game up. Initially, New York losing. Oh, and here comes Everett up that side. He's into the 50-yard line bunker on the Snake side, looking cross field. And there's Jason Baird. Needs to sense that Everett is in there and maybe go get him out of there. Definitely doesn't want to stay out. Oh, he stayed out too long, tried to do too much. Caught a shot right there in his nose. He's going to walk off. New York needs to get it together on this point if they want to take this game. It's all tied up here, 5 apiece.
All right, Jacksonville needs to move up the other side. There they go, right into the Dorito.
Yep, Jacksonville pressing up the other side as well. Brian Smith making moves on the Dorito side, playing smart and methodical. Oh, gets a shot on Nicky Foglia and goes to run down Savoy in the center. It's just Savoy left. Brian Smith finishing it off, in Jacksonville getting back in this game. It's going to be 6-5. Just a couple minutes left here in the second half.
Dellis tries to bump across, but gets nailed in the back. And Baird stays out a little bit too long, and Everett makes the shot.
So Jacksonville comes right back to take a 6-5 lead over New York. And while our teams regroup, let's check this out.
We got it, you got it.
Hi, I'm Adam Gardner, and we're here to talk about the basics of the paintball marker. Let's start with the loader. The loader is positioned at the top of the paintball gun. It holds approximately 200 rounds. If you run out of paint, you have additional pods in your back that you can load in at any time. You also have your air source, and that is what fires the paintballs out the barrel. This is the barrel. This is where the balls fly out and hopefully hit your opponent. These guns are electronically controlled and shoot really fast. Those are the basics of the paintball marker.
Crucial point, boys. 2 minutes. It's too late in the game to do anything stupid.
So the Jacksonville Raiders come right back to break the deadlock and take the lead. And it's now Jacksonville 6 and New York 5 with 2:18 left in the match. Now New York needs this point bad. Oh, and Everett and Powell over there on the Snake side. They both make it there clean. But, oh, Powell loses his first gunfight, and Everett loses his first gunfight. The entire Snake side is blown out. New York definitely has advantage right now as Buckley slides into Snake 1. It's only going to take him a couple seconds here to figure out that there's no one on the Snake side. And there, O'Rourke in the center. He gets pushed over right into Buckley's gun. Buckley gets a shot right there in the inside part of his stomach. So O'Rourke's going to walk off. Oh, and there goes Smith. He knows his team is starting to take it, and he tries to get out to spread the field and take those angles, but he gets nicked in his pack on the way out, so it's just Dave Pastore stuck in the pack X. Dirty Dave's got his hands full. New York closing in. He knows that he's the only guy left, and he's going to have the game of his life in order to pull this one out. New York trying to close in and even this score up. Barely any time left here in the second half as Ducharme moving up that tape. It's just a matter of time before he gets an angle on Dirty Dave. And Dirty Dave, finally takes a shot.
Jacksonville never recovers from the early losses in this game, Matty.
You know, Powell and Everett both made their spots initially and then lost their first gunfights. That's huge.
Give it up to New York for taking advantage of the opportunity quickly, not letting them recover.
Absolutely. And New York slams the flag home. We see O'Rourke getting destroyed by Buckley. He's going to walk off. And then Smith trying to fill out, nicked in his pack. And then Dirty Dave left in the back corner, and it's not enough, and New York ties it up. Up the Jacksonville Raiders 6 and the New York Aces 6.
Where you go, baby?
We'll be back with the dramatic conclusion to this game after these messages.
See how it ends at smartparts.com.
I think every competitive player in any sport is going to have nerves going into a game, but I mean that's why we're pro and that's why we're here. I think that you're not alive, you're not playing paintball, you're not any competitor if you don't have nerves going into something.
Welcome back to the Smart Parts World Paintball Championships, and this has been a great match. And it's all tied up, and with 55 seconds left, we're going to see if either the Jacksonville Raiders or the New York Aces can score a quick point for the win. And if they're not, then we're going to sudden death.
55 seconds left. We've seen points scored much faster than that.
Oh, absolutely. Chris Della shot off the break, trying to get up that Dorito side. Matt Richards sliding into Snake 1. The time is running down. The players need to get aggressive right now, and here we have Richards crawling up into Snake 2, creeping around. He's going to check off that lane. If no one's shooting on him, he's moved up. Sure enough, he gets up to 50-yard line. Bunker gets a shot off on Ducharme. I don't know if it broke, though. He gets another shot on Ducharme. Matt Richards rolling his gun down that side.
Richards realizes that the time is ticking off here.
That's right. At Jacksonville, they have better field position. Oh, but he gets caught trying to look around that side, catches a couple bonus balls. Lets Buckley know what he felt about that one. Here comes Billy Bernaccia running down the Snake side. A little bit of argument. Takes Buckley out. And it's just Ducharme left in that center. But the time expires. Gigliotti still alive for Jacksonville. He's got a couple words for New York. Not a lot of love between these two teams right now. So it's Jacksonville 6 and New York 6 as we head to overtime. Explain to the fans at home how our overtime works, Bill.
Well, we throw 10 minutes on the clock, and the first team to score wins.
All right, it's all tied up now. Let's see which team steps up to take home the victory. Oh, they make a big move to get Chris Dellis out to the back X on the Dorito side, but he gets shot off the break again. He's had a hard time getting out there alive. And Matt Richards, Billy Bernaccia on the Snake side for Jacksonville. They have two stuck in that back center, though. And then we see Richards probing around the corner of that bunker and in the center. Bernaccia shooting down the line, trying to protect Richards so he can come around there and try to get into Snake 2.
Both teams settling down a bit. Playing conservative. Everything's on the line right now. No one wants to make a mistake.
That's right. You don't want to be the guy that makes a mistake to send your team home. You know, you don't want to be that guy. So, you know, right now they're playing the 5 guys that they feel have the best chance of success. And we see Landry rolling his gun, trying to get some shots. Billy Bernaccia and Matt Richards both looking inside. Bernaccia head checking on down the tape. New York rolling their guns too. You know, just Billy, just like you were talking about, no one wants to make a mistake right now. Everyone wants to be playing their top game. Here comes Landry. He makes a move out to that Dorito side. Landry been playing very aggressive for New York. He's one of the reasons they're still in this game.
That really changed the angles for New York, especially with Jacksonville all the way back like that.
Yeah, you know, if they don't put some paint on Landry, he's definitely just going to continue to scurry up that Dorito side. And then we have Matt Richards. He continues to play smart for Jacksonville. He gets up in a Snake 2. You know, Richards been playing aggressive over there. I'm not going to be surprised if he tries to get up that 50-yard line bunker. See Landry trying to work his shots on Richards cross field. And Matt Richards looking down the line, trying to own his tape. And Landry trying to get a shot on Richards cross field.
Landry taking a look around that bunker as he wraps around, getting a feel for what's going on the other side of the field.
So Gigliotti makes a move out to the back X, but Chris Bell dies out of the box on the X side. It's now 4-on-4. Richards peering towards that center. And Richards probing. Oh, gets a shot cross field. Oh, gets put right back in his bunker. Richards playing smart for Jacksonville. He's got Austin Zajac right behind him in the Aztec. Oh, big move by Chris Wedge out to the corner. His hopper falls off. Oh, but Buckley gets into snake one, but here comes Landry. Dives over the 30 Dorito into the 40 Dorito. Awesome move by Landry to get better field position. Oh, and Gigliotti getting shot by Buckley. Crossfield, he doesn't even know where that came from. I don't think he saw Buckley get into snake one. Now Buckley's playing down the wire. New York starting to take the advantage back from Jacksonville. Richards is going to have to get up there to the 50-yard line and try to get some shots across field on Landry and not let Landry take advantage of the situation. And there, Buckley looking towards the inside. He knows he just got that kill on Gigliotti. And Landry, sensing that Gigliotti not down the tape anymore, advances on to the Jacksonville side of the field. Landry is in awesome field position right now. Let's see if Matt Richards, Matt Richards does not know that he got across to their side of the field, and he moves up, and he just picks up Landry. So Matt Richards now knows that Landry is on his side of the field, and he is completely out in the open to Landry right now. All Landry has to do.
Very uncomfortable position for Richards. If Landry had paint right now, I think Richard would already be eliminated.
Yeah, look at that. Landry has absolutely no paint left on his back. So he's just, all the paint that's left is in his hopper. And you see the paintballs, Richards loading again. Very calm and collective Richards. I'll tell you what, though, he has to make this shot on Landry. He's completely out in the open. Landry tries a quick snapshot on him.
Richards must be thinking to himself, what's going on here? Because, you know, he would expect Landry to be coming out of that bunker, popping and shooting.
Well, and that's why he's just completely zoned up right now. He's not taking his gun off Landry. He has to trust that Zajac is going to watch his back and not let Buckley, and here comes Buckley moving up the snake. He's now in snake 2. Zajac has moved back to the center. Dorito for Jacksonville. It's 2-on-4 right now.
Notice Zajac looking. I think he's looking the wrong way here.
Yep, well, Zajac needs to watch over Richards, because Richards is, you know, he's got his hands full right now because Landry's out of paint, but Richards doesn't know that.
Zajac should be figuring out that Richards is watching the Dorito side of the field, but this isn't what I'm seeing.
Yeah, well, right now it's all about Matt Richards having to make this shot on Landry. But here comes Buckley. Oh, makes an awesome move to come down.
And
takes
again,
out Richards.
Zajac not watching it.
Well, Zajac ended up putting paint on him, but, you know, he's shooting. He had his watched over and looked both ways. And that's it. Nicky Foglia puts some paint on Zajac, and here comes New York to take the game away from Jacksonville, coming from behind victory. New York Aces. Unbelievable game.
That's what I'm talking about. Hey! No disrespect out there.
So it was too much for Zajac to watch both ways. Buckley puts it on Richards' back. Foglia running the flag in, slamming it home. New York takes the victory. Comeback win. Awesome job by the New York Aces. Now let's go to our sideline reporter, Callie Stidehar, who's with New York's Rob Landry.
Man, it came down to that last gun battle. That was a tough one. You're on Dorito's side. You've got Richards over there on the 50. Tell me what that felt like.
It was crazy. I mean, I dove into the first Dorito before that, smashed all the paint in my loader, and when I dove into their Dorito, like, I dumped all my paint off, then I realized I was out of paint. I looked down, saw broken paint, so I figured I'd reload quick. So it was bad. Then he moved up, and I couldn't get a shot off, so he was pretty much out in the open to me the whole time.
Well, regardless, you came with a victory. You guys won. Sudden death, exciting game. Good luck.
Thank you.
So it's the New York Aces over the Jacksonville Raiders in a thrilling come-from-behind sudden death win by a score of 7-6. And after 6 weeks of play, our standings look like this. San Diego leads the National Conference with 4 points, followed by Los Angeles with 2. In the American, it's Seattle, Atlanta, and New York, all with 2 points. So it's anybody's guess who will emerge from that pack. Be sure to join us next week as the Los Angeles Excessive takes on the Pennsylvania All-Americans. So that's going to do it for us here today. And on behalf of Bill Gardner Jr., Callie Stidehar, and all of our crew, I'm Matty Marshall saying so long.
This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.